Oh, you already started it. 30, 97 seconds. We're there.
Oh,
Sing for him.
Who started? What?
Sing for him.
I hate when people be starting.
Clone Joe Skelly in the house.
Hi, this is the clone of Joe Skelly.
Listen, we're doing it on a Wednesday, so you can't possibly be the real Joe Skelly. Do you think you'll do better than he does?
I always do better than he does.
We're already in trouble, and we lost at least a listener.
There you go.
They're like, what?
Welcome.
They know it's AI. Just kidding. There's no AI here.
None.
Not ever.
None.
Listen.
Why do those pirate kids look terrified?
Because those masks were the wrong color for the wrong sea.
Oh, okay.
Or those hats, I mean.
Right.
Right.
They look terrified, all of them.
Listen, how's your midweek?
Still working on it.
Really?
Still working on it. I know that this weekend is the big shebang, the Shaboy shebang, where they got the air show in town.
Right. So you'll be flying. What are you flying this time? The B-52?
No.
You get that up there?
No, B-1B. They asked me to be the weapons guy.
Yes. That's
Weapons
the
guy
way.
on the B-1B. I like it when it comes in low and then just hooks up straight up and does that vertical takeoff.
I heard it's $50 to get in. Can you get us in for free since you're a pilot?
Well, I'm not a pilot. I'm just a weapons and communications guy. But yeah, I probably could.
Oh,
Let me talk to my people. They're out there practicing right now. You're taking away from my airtime right now by having me on the show.
Oh,
just putting it out there.
Well, you know what?
People's safety is in jeopardy.
Clones got to make love too.
People's safety's in jeopardy because I'm here and not practicing the air show maneuvers.
Well, we had to listen. I think Joe Skelly left America again, so we had to do this.
We got to move out there. Called the inverted 69.
It's like I was inverted. How did you know that? I saw him. I was inverted. He was. I was there. Yeah.
You were in a negative 6G dive.
Could you imagine
giving him the finger? I've got the Polaroid.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's got to be, there's some guy out there that has something of that like level though.
Oh yeah, I'm sure.
Right?
I'm sure.
I don't know how.
It's legendary.
They're like they didn't Instagram it. They just pass it around person to person.
Maybe when they're doing their intercepts over the Bering Sea,
Do you think that pilots?
Well, the last ones I heard were the F-35 pilots that pulled up right up underneath the Iranian F-14 pilots.
Oh.
And they were like, hey.
We're talking about real life stuff.
Yeah, real life stuff.
Oh.
Yeah, they were in the F-35s, and they were like, you need to back off the fucking fleet. And they're like, fuck you guys. And they're like, slid out from underneath them right next to them. They're like, what? We need to do what? And they were like, oh, see you later.
Oh.
Yeah. That happened not that long ago. Yeah.
That'd be amazing.
Pretty amazing.
So listen. I have a business idea.
What's your business idea?
We should make a Facebook app.
Oh.
But it's only for pilots.
Uh-huh.
And it's only so you can log where you were without giving your face away. So let's say you're a super pilot and you just flew over China, like secretly, but you saw the China guy flying too. You could post up, be like, hey man, at GPS coordinate, blah, blah,
China
blah.
Guy?
We passed by and I'm just hoping to connect. I wanted to say what's up. And then the other guy's like, dude, that was me. I totally almost killed you.
Right.
Wow. And then they started exchanging.
You're looking for like a Craigslist missed encounters for pilots.
You ever read those?
Yeah.
I've read them, bro. They're crazy.
Tuesday, the Wally Mart. You were next to the fruit. I farted. You looked at me.
Could you imagine?
There was a connection, and then you ran away.
Get the fuck out of here. Do you think somebody really has ever connected that way?
I think it's a trap. It's a trap.
Listen, the only way...
And they don't even have it anymore.
Just
the
not
problem
realistic.
is that Craigslist got rid of that.
Oh, did they?
Yeah, Craigslist also got rid of...
they didn't get rid of Men for Men or anything like that,
No, they got rid of all that stuff.
No.
Yeah, because people were getting murdered.
What?
Yeah.
What, like they were getting baited and getting murdered?
Oh,
or they
yeah,
were
yeah,
finding
yeah.
murderers to murder people?
No, people
Because-
were coming. No, they were hooking up and killing people.
I mean, but that can be done on any program,
Well, they
right?
They got
You
rid
could
of
be,
that.
You could be the
They did
the-
away with the home
Tinder tickler?
masseurs,
the what?
home massages.
Oh,
Oh yeah,
is
they
that a
did.
thing?
Yeah. Apparently,
I mean, Craigslist has got a huge hooker base, but
that's yeah.
oh, that's why they got rid of it.
Yeah. Massages
I would just sell
at home, $30.
Well, then you just go
For
over
1
to
hour.
Then you just go over to the bicycle section, and you're like, "Hey, I have this bicycle that can be ridden for like an hour if you want to rent it.
Just
No air required."
look, I'm just telling
I'm just
you
curious.
why they got rid of all that misconnections and all that other bullshit.
I
People
mean-
were getting murdered.
I mean, misconnections in the air, baby.
You can Google it.
I think it would work.
Yeah.
Listen, speaking of Google, you want to talk about some of the stuff we didn't cap last week because we were talking about the juggalos? How about the fact that there's an app that you can order light from?
Oh, yeah. Let's
Come
talk
on,
about that.
bro. That clickbait video of that kid doing it's got to be fake.
I don't know.
I heard it's not even out yet. That specific app isn't actually out yet. It
Yeah,
hasn't
but they're
dropped.
still beta testing it.
So they gave it to some 12-year-old kid and he just tried it in his yard. You saw the video, right?
I did not see the video.
Oh, there's an actual video of him doing it where he's like on the phone and he's like, blah, 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 hold on a second, and hits enter to send where he wants the light. And then this fucking little tiny light shows up on the ground in the dark. And he's like, oh, cool, and runs over to it. And I'm like, there's no way,
So
bro.
why don't you explain the app? Because this is kind of convoluted if you don't.
The company, some sort of company, which I don't know why we didn't think about this,
Who has
who
satellites?
has satellites, I don't know how they got them, decided they were going to put satellites all around the world linked with mirrors or some shit so they could reflect sunlight to where it's dark during dark hours of the world,
wherever you wanted it.
wherever you want.
How much do you think they charge for the? First of all,
That's-
hold on. Here's what I'm saying: to fucking position a satellite,
right?
because they have a limited supply of fuel, right?
Okay.
What do you think the expenditure is to reposition a satellite to bounce sunlight off of its mirrors down to Earth?
How long do you think you get it for? Because what you just said, right? Let's say let's give them a big number. Let's say they have 10,000 satellites circled around in that big hodgepodge mess of yours. By the way, let's rekindle the old episodes. If you didn't know, Tyler, didn't know that we already littered in space. So that was a fact that I learned in this podcast.
Did you see the video of the space junk that came through somebody's house in Florida?
Get the fuck out of here.
Dude, it looked like a beer can, but it was like solid steel, and it punched a hole right through the house, right through the ceiling and into the basement. And they had the chunk of steel with the burn marks all over it.
Dude, they're getting paid. NASA,
From who?
NASA.
You can't blame that on NASA. That could be anybody's. It could be the Chinese space junk.
That's a good. Oh, you're not supposed to bring real shit to this podcast.
I'm
my
just
guy.
saying. And your
I
insurance
was about
company,
ready to
your insurance
sue
company
the
would
shit
be like,
out of everybody.
act of God. That's what your insurance
I'll
company
be
would
like
say.
an act of Daddy Elon.
So
Lex
next thing you
Luthor
know, you're up on your
motherfucker.
roof with a blue fucking tarp, stapling it down
Wow.
to keep the rain out. I'm just
Wow. No,
Anyway.
so let's go back to it. So like you said before, moving the satellites would be hard. Like you have to pay money for this. So what do you get? 30, let's say they leave it set up in quads,
Right.
right? It's got to be a grid setup. So they have so many satellites and it just literally blanket covers a certain amount of distance and you can only order it at nighttime, right? So it's when it's your turn and it's nighttime, it comes around this. I don't know. It doesn't make any sense to me, bro.
What if I'm on a ship?
Oh,
Can I reposition
that's
a satellite
constantly moving. Can you track me?
to beam sunlight down onto my ship while I'm
In the 3
going
second,
across the equator?
in the
at night?
3 second fake video, the kid did it and it was 15 feet away. He's like, there it is, and walked right over. And I was just like, what?
Well, if you get a 10 by 10 grid,
Right.
you can get it within 10 meters.
10 by 10.
10 by 10 grid will get you within 10 meters.
How much? So how long until? Okay. All right. Here we go. Let's just take it to where we go with the show.
But you could, I mean,
So
I'm
here's
sure
what
a
I'm thinking.
With if you're tracking more than one, maybe 3 satellites, you could probably get a 12 by 12,
Here's what I'm
Grid.
thinking. Michael
24
Douglas.
by 24. I mean, you're talking about, you could get yourself down to a 1 inch.
Listen, there's going to be some
Fix.
dude in LA.
Yeah.
He's having a bad day.
This is Joe Skelly.
He's going to be driving home.
Yes.
He gets out of the fucking car on the freeway and leaves it there.
All right.
Starts walking.
There's a movie
Right?
about this.
No, I don't think there is.
Yeah.
I haven't got to the good part yet.
All right.
He walks. He sees some gangbangers on a hill. He fights them. He walks on a little bit more. He meets a white supremacist. He fights him. He dukes him, right? He walks a little bit more. He sees some construction workers. Now, instead of pulling a rocket, he pulls out his phone because it's modern day. And he's like, fuck you guys. Beep, beep, beep. I want 50 orders of laser sunlight right to this location, right? Then the fucking thing turns and you just see, and those dudes disappear. And you only get it for 30 seconds, but it's like $400 for 30 seconds. So this dude, it just melts these construction workers. Then it's gone. He could do that. Now you're saying, now I know what you're going to say.
So you're saying they beta tested that in Hawaii?
No. I'm saying this is about to happen. So listen, and I know what you're saying.
Is that why the Chinese are putting blue tarps all over their roofs?
Oh no. So now Joe Skelly will say, but you can only order one.
I didn't say that.
Which only gives you the power to see a little bit. Maybe 5 candle lumens or whatever the fuck.
It's got to be stronger. If it's coming from fucking outer space.
Not if it's a little tiny vanity mirror they're using.
Right. You would think, well, okay, so then it would be hyper-focused light on this little tiny vanity mirror, but that bitch would be cutting through rock.
But that's why you got to buy. So what he does is he's a super hacker. So he gets 50 accounts and buys 50 exact account moments where he pays each one and gets 50 of them to shine at one time.
Oh.
That's how he makes it bigger.
Okay.
How long till that happens? Listen, how long until you just Bluetooth hack those fucking things and start shining light in your ex's window and shit?
Right. Listen.
What's happening? He's fucking sending the satellites after me. It's going to be like the jukebox in fucking Hatebreed when you go to like those white people pumpkin spice bars and you put on Hatebreed for like 50 fucking songs. Now
and they try
is the time.
And they try to bounce it and they can't because you lock it.
Because you paid for it.
Well, no, you could Bluetooth. You could get on your cell phone and connect to the app for that jukebox and block other people from bouncing your song. If you put like $10, if you put $10 on there, you can actually. There's a thing that says, "Oh no, I put $10. Fuck letting them block it." Yeah, I know somebody did that. I know somebody did that in Kentucky.
I think we're gonna have to go. Well, we know who did that. I think we're gonna have to go to a bar and just sit in front of the jukebox and fucking play popcorn for hours. On a fucking Friday, bro. Just sitting in our mask.
It's possible. And then they get pissed and they finally unplug it. They finally unplugged the jukebox.
We've talked about it, man. We've literally made customers leave because of that.
Yeah,
they will. People do not fucking like it. The average time of the subway takes me 2.5 minutes to make you a whole sub and ring you out. And by the end of those 2.5 minutes, those motherfuckers are still like, bro, is this on repeat? I'm like, well, it only played once. It's a 2-minute and 47-second song. This was 2 minutes and 36. How did you know that? Because I fucking heard it outside too. I'm like, oh, well, enjoy your popcorn. Do. That's one of the greatest songs of all time. You know?
Oh, yeah.
Come on, bro. You're ordering sunlight. Get the fuck out of here.
What's next?
What? That's just the
I just
start of it today.
saw the video of the robots that NVIDIA's putting out. And the robots are teaching themselves how to walk around and talk.
So
Terminator's here.
Shaggy brought up a good point. What's the other AI called? It's called AGI. You ever heard of this?
It's scary.
Okay. So apparently, since Shaggy really does go to school for the tech stuff, he's been studying it. Apparently, the question that you and I have been asking the last 3 years since we've started this show, no AI.
No AI.
No AI allowed. Since we started this show, our constant question has been, when are the Terminators dropping? Shaggy has brought to light why that hasn't happened yet.
Why is that?
Because the parameters that they're writing for these AI are simply responsive. They haven't given the AI the free will program to think yet. That's a different AI, which is being worked on, called Artificial General Intelligence. That will give the AI the choice to make decisions without the prompt of the human.
Yeah, but there's already, that's what they're telling you, but there's already autonomous military.
Exists. Yeah, well, we're talking
autonomous military
We're
drones.
talking civilian side, not dark secret super spies camp project paperclip. Indiana Jones melt your face shit.
They got all of that.
We're not there yet.
Yeah.
We're not there yet.
And it's believed there's several other nations that have it too.
But what the common folk know about.
Oh, which is just as scary. Right? How about when they're taking they have silicone now that they can store, uses memory.
Okay.
That holds like 600 terabytes.
Silicone what? Like the material?
Like sand. Like they can program silicone crystals and use them as memory.
You know what's sad is that we will talk about this and people will laugh at us, but we know secretly that it's there.
If they're talking about it, it's already 10 years old.
Right. That's the rule.
The computer, listen, the computer you're buying at the store is 10 years old.
That is the rule.
The newest computer is already
sir.
10 years old.
Yes, sir. I believe that. There's a reason you can go into Micro Center right now and get the newest processor, and the fucking price difference between what you and I buy is, $1,500 to $2,000, and you jump to this processor and it's 14 grand. Bro, what does that processor do that would require it to be 14 grand?
I don't know what that means.
I'm not smart enough to use a computer that's got that much juice on it.
I'm not smart enough to use an abacus, so I can't even help you with what
you're the fake Joe Skelly, so it makes sense.
$14,000 brutal processor.
It makes sense.
Listen.
It makes sense. Listen, if you want to sponsor us to get us one of those $14,000 processors, go ahead and write us an email.
No, we need that
Let
guy
us know.
to be the $10,000 on our Patreon.
Yeah.
And we'll fly you out here.
Right. I mean, that's not enough for the processor, but we'll take it.
Right. We'll fly you out here.
Just so you know, we won't be flying you out to get a processor.
No, we'll just fly you out to be on the show and get some good food and shoot fireworks.
1,000%.
Drink Four Loko.
Joe Skelly will show you where all the secret spies go to in the city of Cleveland.
When we drink Four Loko?
When he just, yes.
Oh.
Bro, if you don't have a Four Loko in your hand, are you really an American?
No. Hell no.
That's right.
Everybody missed Happy 4th of Jaloco.
And we're not talking. Fuck. We're in so much trouble.
He's
welcome. Talking about 4 Joe Locos, and I was about to say, if you got that rare Fago,
Shaggy
let
Two
us
Dopes.
know. Listen, Shaggy. I don't know what that guy. I'm not going to say no names. I don't know that guy. I'm gonna keep his name out my mouth here. Listen, I've never had a 4 Loko.
Ugh.
I would imagine it wouldn't go good for me.
No.
That's what people tell me.
No. As somebody who is used to champion the original recipe, who fell into a fire pit and had to be rolled around on the ground and put out, I do not recommend it. That would probably not have. Imagine. Yeah.
Listen, if you would have made more mead, if you would have had more mead experience, that wouldn't have happened.
Oh.
That's what I heard last weekend.
Oh.
From somebody.
Yeah. Yeah, well, we're going to settle that.
Yeah.
We're going to settle that all out.
Yeah, TK knows. TK was just standing there looking back and forth. He was like, what? What's happening right now?
Yeah.
I didn't even know. I didn't know what was happening.
Yeah.
She just challenged you. I honestly thought she was about to be like, I found Bigfoot before you, bitch. Like, I thought that was going to happen.
Right.
That's how it was right then.
Right, I get it.
That's how,
But
yeah.
Anyway.
But 4 Loko is good for you, so put that in your blood.
Yeah.
Listen, we have a message, a write-in. It's nice to hear from at least one of the 3 fans that love us. Shout out to the other 2.
Mando Scott Rizian said, thank you for the shout out, by the way.
Oh, did he?
Yeah, and he said also, thank you for the Bigfoot sticker. I said it was only fair considering he gave us 2 medium-sized Ape Industries shirts.
Yes. Good trade. It's a good trade.
It's a good trade.
Yeah, it's a good trade. So this is from, before we continue into our mix of AI Juggalo love on this podcast, this is a message from the great M.
Oh.
Shout out to M.
All right, M. What do you got for me this week?
Hey, guys. I was there at the event. I saw you, but you couldn't see me. You guys looked like you had fun. And then he said, just kidding, I wasn't there. Ha, ha, ha. Just checking in with you. Happy Labor Day, M. I think he was there. I think he could be lying.
Well, then here's all I got to say.
He's the greatest criminal of all time. We can't.
You can never discount what Moriarty says, but
No.
Here's what I would say. If Moriarty was truly there, he probably would have approached you, given you the secret code phrase, and then taken the prize, and then denied he was Moriarty.
Right. That makes sense.
That's more of the style of a super criminal,
right,
than the guy that hides, or the girl who hides in the crowd.
Either that or he was boofing chicken and we didn't see him.
But
that's possible.
I heard
too.
people were boofing lots of chicken.
Yes, that is that part is true.
And I heard they were eating Fago dogs.
Oh, dude. Is that what that was on that video?
Yeah.
No way.
Soaking hot dogs in Fago and you boil them in it.
No.
Double boil them in purple and grape Fago and then you cook them on the grill. That's what that was.
Can you tell I watched that video on 2.5 speed? I didn't want to see that guy. You know what? It wasn't. We got to stay away from those types.
So remember how we talked about they were going to bring the woolly mammoth back? It was supposed to be this year.
Okay, we've been talking about that for years.
It's been postponed
I mean, that's
to
been
2027.
Why?
Because I think they got even more DNA because they just recently found a whole shitload of woolly mammoth material, if you will, that was preserved to include hair, muscle, skin, like bone marrow. So instead of having to splice so much and get super creative, they've got more of the genetic sequence now. And it'll be a more perfect woolly mammoth.
Yeah, well, Jurassic Park.
Their bigger concern in getting this correct is that they get the cold gene, the gene that it acts like antifreeze for the blood and prevents the blood from freezing.
That didn't work the first time.
Oh, it did. They just died off because the food sources got killed.
Oh, that's horrible.
It wasn't the cold that killed them.
Oh, so you're saying they're natural whatever that makes them like impervious to cold they're trying to secure.
Yeah, they're trying to make sure they have
for Cleveland?
Yeah.
In case?
That's what I heard. They're going to let them out here.
They got cows going on, they got cheetahs, they got hyenas, may as well let the mammoths go too.
They're bringing back the mammoths and allegedly the Tasmanian devil.
So listen, let's take it out of the realm of realism and take it into the realm of as real as can be. Do you think that in like 50 years when we're still making episodes that we'll be talking about the tech that they've already passed on? Like what's going to happen the first time we see a video of a Terminator bot just schlep some dude off the freeway?
I'm not going to be surprised. I've already seen it in Sector 9 or whatever that movie was called.
Yeah, that was a good one.
No, I'd be more impressed if somebody came up with live footage of the Rougarou.
What's that?
Oh, the Rougarou. You don't know what the Rougarou is?
No, sir. I don't go on the internet.
Oh, God. It's the Louisiana version of Bigfoot, kind of.
What? Get the fuck out of here.
Lives in the swamps.
A Louisiana version of Bigfoot. What does he got? Less hair?
No, he's like, it looks like the Swamp Thing, but they call him the Rougarou. He messes with people's camps out in the swamps, and he's out there. And they say he disappears. They say he's got like paranormal abilities. The Rougarou does. He can appear and disappear.
Fuck out of here.
Yeah, fucking crazy.
Maybe
and listen, and the Cajuns are dead serious. You start talking about the Rougarou, and the motherfuckers get fucking freaked out.
Maybe he's just Shinobi, super ninja, swamp super ninja.
I don't know, but the Rougarou was it kind of sounds terrifying.
Let's.
I mean, I've seen a lot of videos of people trying to hunt it, but that's like the same idiots that try to hunt down skinwalkers. Like, why would you push your luck and go out to the United Basin out in Utah or out in Arizona and be screaming, "I don't believe in you skinwalkers, come get me," all by yourself out in the middle of the desert in the night?
Well, why do your people go running and looking for anything is the real question.
Why are they my people?
Listen,
I'm not the one that's tight with old boy from you know who? Your boy, the space fund, the guy who funds all the research. We're not,
Listen,
that's your boy.
We all know. Remember
Down with Tom DeLonge. What?
Okay. We talked about this before, but do you remember that company that you used to work for used to do those fake vampire attacks in the Philippines to scare the normals?
I was just, somebody just posted something about it the other day.
It's going around.
And listen, and apparently they've officially put it into books admitting that they did this.
Yeah, and knowing that you did that before, that's what this boogaloo thing is.
It's not boogaloo.
What'd you call it?
Rougarou.
Rougarou.
The Rougarou.
The Rougarou Boogaroo.
Wait, hey.
Or something.
But there's no
Special
reason.
powers.
There's no
trying to keep those fucking people from going out in those swamps and getting those swamp things and finding those anacondas. You trying to stop us from making money.
Look, get them anacondas, but I don't think there could be some in the swamps over there. I just saw, I mean, you know what's in the swamps now? Bull sharks. I just watched a video of some bull shark
out of here in a swamp.
In some freshwater fucking place that son of a bitch, it was 100% pure freshwater.
What state?
It should not have been there. It was in a southern state.
Southern state? No, they're making their way up. I swear they're going to be in Ohio.
She was like, and it kind of looked like you might have been a gator slide into the water. She's like, you want to know what's down in this water? And she walked down towards the water, and this fucking bull shark started thrashing around in this pond.
Get the fuck out of here, bro.
They're saying they just caught a shark in Lake Erie not that long ago.
In Lake Erie?
Yep. You can Google the fuck out of that.
Told you. I've been telling people since I got here that there's sharks in there.
You can Google that shit right now.
Listen, what's going to happen? First of all,
they already caught piranhas in Lake Erie once.
We don't support Google. But second of all, what's going to happen when that guy in the swamp somehow mates in the swamp and then his hybrid shark can just live in a swamp, see in the dark?
Oh, you mean like the hybrid between the grizzly bear and the polar bear?
That did not happen.
Oh, yes, it has.
That did not happen.
Yes, it has.
Listen, speaking about that, did you hear about that special bear who's been transported into like the ice areas like 10 times because idiots keep thinking he's a fucking polar bear? Apparently there's an albino black bear that lives out somewhere where it's not snowy. And every time idiots with Nikons and Sonys go out and see him, they're like, I'm a bear specialist. He's supposed to be in Antarctica. We got to move him. And they've trained this motherfucker. They move him
all the way up north.
Then some dude out there is like, that guy's not supposed to be here. What is he doing? They train him. They move him back. And then some other idiot's like, I see him again. That's a polar bear. We got to move him.
How does the polar bear
4 fucking times? He's been moved 4 times. One time he woke up in a zoo. In the polar bear exhibit, and people in the crowd were like, that's not a polar bear. What are you guys, stupid? Could you imagine? That is the most
albino bear.
That is the most racist profiling shit I have ever heard.
And guess what? A fucking bear.
And guess what? Only a fucking human could profile Smokey the Bear.
Right. It's terrible.
Only a human.
Wasn't this bear in Tennessee?
I think so.
I think it was in Tennessee.
Yes, dude,
I did see that.
Moving him around. I want to get a hold of my man just to interview him.
They moved him to Northern Canada because
how does it feel? Yeah, how does it feel to be fucking deported?
In the wrong place, and he walked home.
No,
that
would be impressive if he did.
Oh, that would be.
He probably could if he was left alone. After all, he is a polar bear apparently, by what they say.
A polar bear, black bear
that cannot survive in the
Arctic.
No,
right.
Not at all.
Right.
But could you imagine just like that's literally like racial stereotyping.
Oh yeah.
Cross species.
That's terrible.
What's wrong with humans?
I don't know. There's all kinds of shit wrong with humans.
We would have been better off if you just stop the movement of vegans.
You see that video that woman posted? It had to be a joke. She was talking about how people keep calling animal control on her son because he's trans species. She's like, it's not funny. Stop calling fucking animal control on my son. He's trans species and he's a cat. Don't call animal control on him. Yep. That's out there.
Dude,
by the way, did you find the shark being caught in the lake?
Found one found outside
Ann Arbor. That's close enough, baby.
No, there was one that was caught in Lake Erie, I'm telling you.
I'm going to find it. I'll find that. That'll be this week's thing. Wait, I'm still going over. Humans will find anything to just fuck on.
Yes.
You think you're a cat? Call animal control. That never even dawned on me. That is some hacker shit right there.
That's some asshole
I
shit.
solved it. That is some white flag found your shit hanging above New York shit right there.
Yeah. Don't fuck around on the
That is
internet.
so far outside the box.
Yeah, don't fuck around on the internet. They'll find you. Yeah. Piss off the wrong fucking people. You never know what's going to happen.
So many things in my mind are going off right now. Like, what if you got arrested and you were just like, hey, man, listen, I'm not trying to... Is that the girl talking about it? Get the fuck out of here. Like, that's an actual video?
Yeah.
I wonder if it's true.
It's got I thought it to be a joke, but hey, whatever.
Satire?
I see how quickly you switched me off of the Rougarou.
Well...
How quickly you diverted me because it was freaking you out a little bit.
Well, I don't...
What do you think? You know what I forgot to bring, goddamn? I forgot to bring the ghost camera. I wonder what we're going to find on the... I wonder what we're going to find.
We're a week behind on that.
We're a week behind.
That's okay. We still have to go through all our Juggalo camp
That's all right.
footage.
I'm going to
We're in the middle of
take
filming
more
that video.
pictures this week.
As well you should.
Yeah, I will.
As well you should.
I'm going to get the digital recorder out too.
I
Because I want to see on the farm if the
All
local
right.
spirits on the farm are satiated now with the new livestock. If it made them happy.
No, that's why that's why that goat's always like, no. No. Like, hey bro, you want to stay here? No. Hey, those dead people leaving you alone? No. That's exactly what was happening.
He does say no a whole lot.
Yeah, I knew that he said it, and I knew that it would be whatever, but when we were going, I thought it was going to be like a catch him once in a while. No. It's just every 10 minutes. You want a burger? No.
But he
threw
changes
it away.
it too.
No.
Right? It's not the same every
it's
time.
all different tones.
Yeah.
No.
And it'd be like, hey, are you hungry? He'd be like, no.
Yeah.
It'll be super short, right?
No. No. 100% he's changing it all the time. 100%. Listen, did you break your chair, Joe Skelly? That's the 5th time you've had to pull it up.
I think he's got attitude. That goat has super attitude.
Like your chair.
Like this chair does.
Like your chair.
Fucking booby trap the fuck out of this chair because you know I sit in it. Fucking assholes. That's
Listen,
all right.
if I put a booby trap on there, you'll know how to take it down because you probably taught me how to set it up.
Fact.
There you go.
Fact.
Listen, before I forget, and we need to go in a minute, but the company, mostly because I got to get you out of here before the real Joe Skelly shows up, but the company is called, wait, where'd it go?
Oh, the one with the mirror from the satellite?
Yeah.
The one we think is fake?
I lost it. You can now order sunlight off this website, and the website is called, come on, crappy video, show me. It's not showing me the crappy video, so screw it. It's not showing. Oh, here it is. Sunlight After Dark. That's what it's called.
That's the company. Sunlight After Dark.
That is absolutely what it's called.
That's pretty cool, but you know what's even cooler than that?
Yeah.
Fossilized clams on the top of Mount Everest.
Is that a real thing? So what do clams on frozen clams on Everest?
Not frozen.
Oh, just
fossilized.
Fossilized.
Yes.
Oh, that's easy to explain. The ocean was up there before.
Yes.
That one
is
I know.
correct.
I learned that from what's that little school bus with the blonde-haired teacher that used to go up and down, and Mrs. Frizzle Frazzle?
Oh yeah. Gonna take a trip on a yeah,
That might be it.
Dude,
Dude, 10 people are about to write us and be like,
the
that's the
Magic
wrong
School
one.
Bus or some
Oh, that
shit.
is the Magic School Bus. You
Is
did get
that
it.
what it is?
Yeah.
I only know that because I know they turned that song into a trap song. That's the only reason
Fuck,
I know
I
that.
forgot all about that, and I forgot you showed that to me.
That's the only reason I know that. But let me throw this at you. At some
Okay.
point in time,
Okay.
the ocean was as deep as Mount Everest is tall,
Okay.
which means where the Titanic's at, had old boy taken his carbon fiberglass toothpaste tube from the top of Everest
Oh.
and tried to get to the Titanic, it would have disappeared twice as fast.
Oh, that one. I thought we were saying somebody else took one up there. I'm like, oh, no.
Somebody else is talking about doing the same thing, though. Why? They're like, he got it wrong. Why the fuck would you push that envelope?
Why would you want to get it right?
So nobody uses that material to build those bathyspheres.
They're still on that for real? Listen, they can't, they absolutely.
No, it's called they're being fucking cheap, my man. They're like, I'm going to DIY this bitch in my garage.
What's the most dangerous thing you've ever DIY'd? Yeah, I knew that was going to stop you.
Ah.
Yeah. Now he's got to filter out the ones he can't talk about.
A grill?
Get out of here. A grill my ass. All right, folks. Now you know that's the fake Joe Skelly because he just told you that. What the fuck, a grill? So
they're fossilized. I mean, all right. So, I mean, wrap your mind around that, right?
what do? You
The
boil
ocean-
them and try to eat them?
No, you can't. They're fossils.
I would try to boil them.
You can't. They're rocks.
What if you just brown them up in a powder and then hit them in the water and then ate it anyways, just so you could say you
You'd
ate
be eating rocks.
10,000-year-old
Rocks.
clams?
Right. Rocks. They're also on the top of the Andes Mountains, too.
2 places we will probably never acquire them from.
100%.
Yeah.
Never going to acquire. Well, if I ever make it to Machu Picchu, I'll be looking for
How
them.
tall is that one? Because
It's not as tall. Nowhere near as tall as
I don't
Mount
think I'll be
Everest.
following you up that mountain, my guy.
Nowhere near as tall as Everest. And by the way, the conquistadors wouldn't go up there either, so that's why they were safe.
I'll stay down at the base.
Yeah. But they did find one of those Spanish galleons off the coast of Colombia that had like 30,000 tons of gold on it.
Wait, what? Recently?
Yeah,
When did you
yeah.
start
Actually,
with that?
in the probably in the past 7 years, but they just actually confirmed it about a couple of weeks ago, and they're going to start pulling up all the loot off the bottom to help the the Colombian government.
You know, we talk about it and put these thoughts in your head for 5 seconds, but really think about that. Like, it just go like from a base start, right? You get up one day, you put on your gym shorts and your ankle socks, you know, because you're from Cleveland, and your Betch slides
And your hoodie.
and your hoodie, right? And then you're like, damn, dude, I think it's time to start looking.
And if it was 15 years ago, a Diet Coke and a box of Marlboro Lights.
That's disgusting. And you're like, damn, dude, I think I'm going to start hunting Spanish gold. Just like, where do you get the money to even the money to get to the area to hunt it? We don't have. So who's waking up doing that? And they're like, I'm going to make my whole life about it. I watched
The
that
Colombian government.
Well, we're not talking about governments. We're just talking about people.
Oh, yeah.
I watched that fucking Paul Walker video movie where he just ran around in his shorts and chased gold in the ocean.
Well,
Remember that one?
There's that one multi-millionaire who does it, and the reason he was a multi-millionaire is because he's found so much Spanish gold on the bottom.
Yeah,
of the
but how
ocean.
did he get started? My man didn't go out there with a fucking harpoon spear and just
My
start
man started
digging.
like in the '60s, diving off of his little scuba boat,
His little tiny boat.
his little tiny boat, and then slowly started upgrading over the years, and now he's got a fleet.
I would trade our life for that.
Yeah.
That we could podcast from a boat.
Oh, why not?
I think we could do it.
Yeah, but that requires you to break some of your own rules.
That's true. And I'm going to have to renew my scuba license.
And if you're interested in what Tyler's rules are, he's going to compile a book and have it on our webpage.
Also
a
true.
Book of Tyler's rules.
Me and Joe Skelly are writing like 5 books right now.
Yeah.
You can't read any of them though.
They will be self-published.
And we have a new one coming out. It's how to infiltrate the Juggalo camp. That's going to be a small one.
Real short.
That's going to be a digital reader. Anyways, listen, let's get out of here. Let's just go party. The real Joe Skelly's not here. I say we throw a party. He won't notice. Invite all of his friends
He'd
and
be
see if-
really upset.
and see if they notice.
He would be really
Yeah,
upset.
you're probably not wrong about that.
Probably
not wrong
They probably wouldn't notice. I'm going to be honest with you. They probably
That's so
wouldn't notice.
fucked up.
It is fucked
It's
up.
a good thing none of them listen to our podcast.
It's a
because
very good thing
They might hear this and know that
That-
we know that they don't know.
that this is not the real Joe Skelly.
Right. Give them one more before we go. Give them a business idea.
All my business ideas. I mean, we talked about the musical of my life.
That's the newest one, but
Yeah, that's the musical of Joe Skelly's life.
Some people brought up point in fact that when you hit current time, imagine that when the musical gets made about this current time, it will simply be about you making the musical.
Because it's when it first appears.
Right.
The idea first appears.
Right.
And then it'll be like a musical within a musical within a
A
musical.
musical. Right.
That's super crazy.
Right.
Here's what I'm going to sign you up for next year, since you don't want to do the Olympics of magic.
The Magic Olympics? My
Yeah.
hands don't work. Is it going to be pony jumping?
No,
Because I think we could do that.
I'm a little upset about that. I'm still
Damn
might
it.
sign you up for that. And as a matter of fact, you may have been there when Tommy Skelly talked about how I signed him up for that Japanese game show.
Listen.
You weren't there for that?
Listen, I was.
Oh, right.
And I remember hearing that story. But if you get me signed up where there's like a wall and then a bunch of Japanese girls on the other side, I'm going. I don't care what the show is.
No,
They're gonna be like,
his was a little
with these cockroach
his was a little
sticks.
more dangerous. It was crawling through a culvert
Yeah, I don't want
full
that.
of raw chickens and alligators. But
Oh.
I mean that's a little bit different.
No. We want just regular stuff.
I was going to sign you up for the Eurovision song contest. Every year,
What
Eurovision
The fuck is that?
it's like The Voice, but it's like the highest level of The Voice, and it's competitors from all over
The
Europe.
Voice.
The TV show.
Meaning, I thought we were talking about The Voice, like the. Never mind. I was thinking of The View. Fuck
No,
that.
no.
You were like The Voice. I'm thinking of The View.
No,
I'm like, why the
no.
fuck would we want to apply anything with that?
No.
Okay.
So
Continue.
Eurovision,
Okay.
the network,
Okay.
has a song contest, has a singing contest every year, and they get competitors
Done.
from all over Europe to compete.
Done.
And I'm gonna sign you up.
That's easy.
Yeah.
Sign us up. We need the money.
Yep.
They'll give us some money and we'll make more AI flesh stickers.
So, oh God, we should watch some of the Eurovision contest so you understand it.
1000% done.
And then don't be surprised when you get contacted by the Magic Olympics.
We should do that, and then I'm going to let you secretly read the book that I haven't read that Joe Skelly let me borrow 3 years ago. These are the two things we're doing today. I think that's all we need for today.
That's all we need.
That's all we need. 30-97 seconds. Call us and let us know if you need Surprise Jesus. We will send Shaggy. He doesn't look much like Jesus, but we'll try. And make sure you guys are going to the gathering next year. And also keep an eye out because me and Joe Skelly might be attending a ghost hunt here shortly. And we might announce it
I
so
would give a
people
shout
can,
out to the people that let us know about that.
Yeah, Pop-Tart, let us know. Let us know. Keep us updated. We want to find this out and go. Just remember, though, Tyler will be there. I can't promise that it won't be an AI Joe Skelly or an imposter Joe Skelly. I can't promise that because usually during the week I can't find Joe Skelly. So, could be the robot.
This is not Robot Joe Skelly.
30-97 seconds.